Hi there, I'm Belinda, and today in the studio I'm going to print a dry point engraving on plexiglass without using the press. We're just going to hand transfer the image. So if you'd like to know how to do that, please follow along. This is Akua Mag Mix. It's magnesium carbonate in a paste, which is traditionally used to stiffen ink, either in paste or powder form. Once it's added to the ink, it becomes transparent. I'm mixing it 50-50 with Akua Intaglio ink. By stiffening the ink, it's a little stickier and it will stay embedded in the grooves that I've engraved on the surface of the plate even after I wipe the plate clean. I'm applying the ink with a rolled piece of felt, just using small circular motions to push the ink down into the grooves that I've incised on the surface of the plate. For your first dry point, I'd recommend using a 4x6 or a 5x7 plate, maybe not quite as big as this one. I'm removing excess ink with a piece of scrap mat board, and then I'll use tarlatan to wipe the plate. Tarlatan is starched cheesecloth. It's traditionally very stiff, but if you're using Akua ink, I recommend Akua tarlatan as it's a bit softer. Find a section of tarlatan that's free of ink, and then tuck the rest of the cloth behind that area. Tap the curve of your little tarlatan pillow into a flat surface like your hand or the table, and then begin using small circular motions. Use medium pressure to remove ink from the top surface of the plate. Wiping too hard or too fast will push the cloth of the tarlatan down into your engraved lines and remove the ink. If you have a passage of detail that is a lot of parallel lines, make sure that you're wiping perpendicular to the lines and not with them so that you leave the ink inside those lines. After the tarlatan, I used old newsprint or phone book pages to polish the plate. The last wiping step is a cotton or flannel rag to clean the bevel and the back of the plate and any spot cleaning on the top surface that's necessary. Lay down a clean sheet of non-skid so that you don't get ink everywhere, and your inked and wiped plate can be aligned with the grid pattern on the non-skid. I've soaked and blotted my printmaking paper. This is BFK Reeves, and I'm laying it on top of the plate and then putting a piece of newsprint on the back of the paper. Since the printmaking paper is still damp, the movement of the spoon over and over again may pill the paper, so the newsprint does two things. It gives me a slicker surface to move across, and it protects the back of my printmaking paper. A metal spoon will pick up more detail than a wooden spoon or a Baron, and you'll be able to feel your line work underneath the spoon. Go slow and be nice and thorough with this part. You can take the newsprint off for the last pass over the paper. Just make sure that the paper doesn't move on the plate. If your print is too light, re-ink and this time wipe a little bit less. And if the image is blurred or fuzzy at all, it means the paper moved and you have to keep it nice and steady for your second go. Be patient and repeat the process until you get the hang of it, and you will print an edition without a press. So now you can print a dry point engraving without using a press. Yay for that, right? If that was helpful at all, please leave me a thumbs up so that I know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss anything. And I'll see you in the studio. Have a great week. Bye-bye.